guys, if you've always thinking that if you want to stay in a very good township, one that is developed beautifully, but then you must spend at least 700, 800, 900,000, 1 million to stay there, there is something very, very exciting coming up. You don't have to give up your current lifestyle and you still can stay in a wonderful township. Alright? To know more, register at duduk.my. duduk.my. Alright? Go register yourself and understand more this exciting concept coming from a very, very well-known developer. Cheers! Hi guys, another round of Q&A. Wow, damn tiring. First comment, Swirl Marks. I don't know, man. I just follow the instructions, spray the waterless wax, and use a slightly damp cloth to lightly go one round first. Then the second, then third. Use a microfiber to prevent blah 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 blah. Whatever lah, huh? If there are swirl marks, I have auto detailer with me. Sorry, Darren. Okay, second one, gorgeous rims from Mr. Ho Ho. Yeah, it's interesting because at first when I saw these RS7 wheels, I don't like it at all. I prefer the original RS6 wheels, and after using them, I like them now. If you ask me whether I want to go back to my RS6 wheels, I no longer want to because it looks special, it looks good. Okay, Mr. Senselite 259. Hi sir, I'm planning to get a 7-seater vehicle for my family of 6 and a fun-to-drive car for myself. A 7-seater family car for the family and another... there are 2 cars, is it? 7-seater vehicle for my family of 6 person and a fun-to-drive car for myself. Which means... Are you buying 2 cars or one? For a budget of 200,000, what combination of used vehicles would you suggest? I'm currently driving a CX-8, thanks in advance. So, let me get this clear. You want a car that can seat 6 or 7 person, right? And it's still nice to drive, right? Mazda answered your question. The CX-8, because there are no... And your budget is 200,000 ringgit. There are no other cars that challenges the CX-8's proposition currently. And we are all amazed that, wow, why Mazda launch this? Then, after driving the car, after sitting in the 3rd row, we realize they are onto something because it is a real 7-seater or a real 6-seater, unlike the X-Trails, unlike the Outlanders, unlike all the others. This is a proper full 6-seater SUV that is still fun to drive, and in certain ways arguably looking more proportioned than the CX-5. Even though I prefer the CX-5's front, I cannot tell what's the difference between the CX-8's face and the CX-5's face, but they are different. And the CX-5, to me, the face is handsomer, but the CX-5 has sort of like a short body. If you drop the CX-5, right, it will have the proportions of a hatchback, whereas the CX-8 has a proper proportion. However, that being said, that's new car price, CX-8, which is exactly 200,000 ringgit. I'm not sure, maybe you can find a CX-9. Because to be honest, there aren't that many fun to drive 7-seater vehicles out there. Many years ago, 10 years ago, Subaru debuted the X1, which I think is a brilliant proposition. It looks like a sports wagon and it has 7 seats. But they discontinued it, alright? Other than that, there aren't many. Yeah. Provided there's a 7-seater Cayenne out there, right? There isn't. And the XC90 handles well, but it is not in the same prospects. See, the XC90 drives well, it handles well for what it is because it's huge, right? But it's not towards the extent of a CX-5's fun factor, okay, for an SUV. So your only option is a CX-8 currently, and it's exactly your budget, 200,000, except it's not a used car. It is a new car. Go get the CX-8, alright? Hi Bobby, just for suggestions, lain kali boleh tak buat video, can you do a video recommendation for what cars to buy for what range? Let's say used 40 to 70. Wow, very hard lah. If you talk about, okay, if you want to talk about price range, if you want to talk about price range of cars, which one is the best to buy? For new cars, I'm roughly able to tell you which would be good. But if you tell me used, right, I can't because there's a 1-year-old used Myvi that is 40,000. There may be also a 9-year-old S-Class that is 40,000. I can't answer this question for used car. But for new car, maybe yes. Like you mentioned, okay, you mentioned new cars, 50 to 80,000. 50 to 80,000 is a very wide gap. It covers anywhere from a top spec A segment all the way to a mid spec B segment or a UNICEF spec C segment, right? So for new cars, for the lower price range, what we mean by lower, which means 40,000, 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, we have to go by 10K, 10K, or yeah, 10K, 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 even until the extent of, let's say until the extent of 130,000, then maybe we can jump a little bit by 10K, 10K, 10K category, and then after 200,000, maybe it's every 30,000, like 200, 230, 260, 290, 320, 350, then 380, and then when you're 400 and above, we can go by 50,000 gap, right? Yeah. So sorry, it's too wide. It's too wide. So yeah, and it helps nobody except for enjoying the view and arguing cars. Okay. Hi Bobby, can you help me to choose which is the best used car for segment D? So far in my mind, 3 cars: Honda Accord 2015, Mazda 6 facelift 2015, Kia Optima facelift 2016. May I know which is the right choice and worth buying? Now 2016 Kia Optima is not the turbo, right? It Malaysia. So I'm not sure you're talking about, okay, probably it's not the turbo one because the turbo one came in 2017. So 2015. Mazda 6. Get a Mazda 6. This is the facelift version. Get it, get it, get it. Don't get the pre-facelift, get the facelift, okay? The one where the chrome bar goes into the eyes on top. Bigger, right? And then the headlamps from a big unit becomes a smaller unit with the chrome bar here. Get that facelift. Fantastic car, okay? Hi Bobby, request to explain and discuss everything under your RS6 hood. Like which one is mechanical for high pressure? So Mr. Law asked me to open the hood and explain what is what. That's not explaining, that's pointing, and sorry, can't help it. Mr. Chew, the next generation C-Class, will it be the same as E-Class where there won't be a 43 or 63 but only 53? No bro, the current Mercedes E-Class, they have the 63 and the 53. For the next generation C-Class, I'm not sure, but I reckon Mercedes-Benz shouldn't give up the 43, because the 43 for C-Class has some historical values. And no, in other markets, there is the E43 is still there. It's just that the 53 has the mild hybrid system, which generates more power. So they still have the 43, 53, 63. Okay? Oh, I love the 43. The engine sound. Mercedes straight 6 engine. Even their V6. Fantastic engine. Alright, hi Bobby. Use Fortuner petrol 2.7 or a brand new Fortuner 2.4 diesel basic 4x4. And your Fortuner is 2017. That's not too old, you know. That is pretty recent. Do you think, have you test driven the 2.7 petrol? Do you find it underpowered for you? First thing. If you don't find it underpowered for you, your daily usage, see, when you test drive car, drive it like how you would do daily. That helps you to feel the car better than just hop into the car and go full throttle. Alright? And then if you try the 2.4 diesel, are you okay with the diesel rattling? And then the smell when you come out from your car. Right? For me, I'm not okay with diesel smell. I really don't like it. So it's up to you. Hi Bobby, does the RS6 comes with a sedan version? There has only ever been 2 generations of Audi RS6 that has a sedan version. The C6. Does the C5 have it? Yeah. Does the C5? Oh yes, the C5. I forgot. Oh man, the C5 looks damn good, right? Okay, the C5 has an RS6 version and the C6 as well, and after that, no more. C7 onwards is just wagon. Alright? Hi Bobby, any insider news when the Peugeot 508 will launch in Malaysia? It will launch in Malaysia in 2019. It was supposed to launch in 2019, and no news yet. Really no news yet. Hi Bobby, greetings from Tamadesa. Yo, garden mate, Mr. Prem Anand. I had a 2200 SX, blah 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 blah. Oh, you have a 200 SX. Oh, you sold my 2200 SX. Oh dear, your fat lady, you sold it. I'm thinking of getting. Okay, he wants a 4-door, 300 horsepower and above car, and he has 0 to C43. Get the C43, bro. To me, that engine feels way more fun than whatever G20 has. Alright, G20 320i lah, or G20 330i lah. The Mercedes C43 is just brilliant. C300 has a lot of fake noise, which is quite fun. It almost sounds like a C43, but it's very fake. Whereas the C43 is fake plus real. Alright, like my RS6, right? If I close all my windows when I throttle in sport mode, and then I let go, all that is fake. If I wind down my window, I can't hear it. But if you are stationary, you rev it in sport mode, you can hear the. So Of course, driving it does, but not to the extent of when I close my windows. When I close my windows, it somehow activates the speakers. Even the lightest going slow and lightest prod of the throttle, let go, it will. Get the C43, bro. It's fantastic car. If you don't mind, it doesn't have a left foot rest. Other than that, it's a brilliant car. It's a brilliant car. I love the C43. Get the facelift, please, because the pre-facelift, the sports mode is almost unusable. It just does that in slow traffic. But normally you drive in fast traffic, so I'm wrong. Hi Bobby, I own a TTS MK2 and I've driven the 86. TTS is much faster, way faster, way more torque. Yeah. Less involving to drive than the 86. It depends on what you define by involving, right? 86 is only involving if you drive illegally. When you drive legally, the TTS is more fun. I have to politely disagree with you on the interior. Oh yeah, mate, the interior is nice, but you say it does age quite well. I agree it aged well, but it does age, right? Solidly built Audi interiors, cannot argue. It's definitely on a different level than the Toyota or Subaru. I think you might have got my video as I was talking. You might have got the idea wrong, because he was asking for 2010 TTS. 2010 until now is 10 years old. Some might be well kept, maybe like yours, but I've been to some whereby it's really aged. All right. Whereas the 86 interior is so low tech, so simple that it will hardly age because it's all hard plastics and all that, right? It will hardly age because it doesn't have like a huge screen or whatever laminated chrome material and all that. No, it's just plastics, and plastics is a well-designed interior, but it's all plastics. So plastic interiors, they hardly will age compared to soft touch material, a mixture of high-grade materials and all that. Yeah. So he mentioned the Audi does require a lot of maintenance. Yeah. Turbo heat issues. Yeah. That's why I recommended that guy to go for the 86. I forgot what car he currently owns, but I always judge what car to recommend to that person based on what kind of current car he has. Right? If someone comes to me and says, "Hi Bobby, I currently drove a Peugeot 308 Turbo for the last 7 years. What car can you recommend me?" I will go everywhere, man, because if this guy survived with a Peugeot 308 for 7 years, he is a pro in workshops. He is a pro. Nothing will fear him, right? Fuel pump, water pump, what pump, all this, he's like, no problem. So I will recommend. I'll be more daring in recommendation. But if someone comes to me and say that I've always been a Myvi owner, after the first Myvi warranty finished, I sold my car, I got the second Myvi, blah blah blah. Now I'm ready to go into BMW. Then I'll give him a lot of warning. What you are getting into. I won't be as courageous or as crazy as, hey, yeah. And for those who argue and say, "Wow, Bobby, why you ask Fresh Grad to go and buy Z4? No need to eat, blah, 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 blah." See, when you want to argue, you can say that, but I have a caveat. I mentioned that if you came from a family where your parents are paying for your car, and your parents can pay cash for a car, 40, 50,000 ringgit, and ask you to go and find a car and pay you, basically the well-off, okay family, not super rich, the kind that stays in a semi-D, maybe inside a Velfire at a Camry or something, and then the son graduated or the daughter graduated, the father, mother has about 40, 50,000. To them, take a loan for what? They have so much money in the bank, maybe they have couple of 100,000 ringgit in the bank, they just want to take out 40,000 to get a car for their son and daughter so they can use. I recommend those who came from those family to get a Z4, because your family can afford to fix your car, first thing. Second thing, after you drive 5, 7, 8 years, you can still sell at the same price. You have that kind of option if you came from that family. But if you want to shoot me and say that I asked every fresh grad to go and buy a Z4, then that will be your own. Basically, you want to find ways to cari pasal and argue, then I can't help, right? Because I've seen some who came in here and start lying and say that, oh, how can you ask a fresh grad to buy a Z4? First of all, they won't even get the loan approved because it's a 2006, 2007 or 2008 car, right? So yeah, I really do put in thoughts and think on behalf of the person, which I think, you know, yeah. And I'm not a all out, you know, giving advice that kind, like you should drive an Axia for the rest of your life, then you can save a lot of money so that when you die you can buy a Ferrari. No, it's not like that, right? Hi Bobby, 86 or Subaru BRZ, which one is better? 86 Club will say 86 is better, BRZ Club will say BRZ is better. So it depends on which club you ask. And I'm not from either. To me, they're both the same. They are both the same. If I'm buying new, I will go with Toyota because more workshops and Toyota qualities of QC and all that. It's basically a different group. I'm not saying Subaru is bad, but if Subaru is telling you their after-sales service can match up to Toyota, if they can say that, if they dare to say that, then. But if you're buying used, by all means, man, by all means, 86 or BRZ. I personally, whether new or used, I will go for 86 because of the history, the tradition, right? Of the whole thought process on why they want to create this car. BRZ has no precedence, you know. Like what, the successor is CRZ? no, right? BRZ or CRZ? No, there's no history with the BRZ, and the only part Subaru plays in this is the boxer engine, and yeah, provided the Subaru version has a symmetrical 4-wheel drive with turbocharger, then this one NA rear-wheel drive, this one 4-wheel drive with turbocharger, then that makes a compelling difference and further heightens up both brands' individuality and their history. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case with the BRZ and 86. Yeah. And if some people say that, oh, I heard BRZ has a different handling, tuning, maybe that's true, but every single owner of these cars mod their cars. It won't be the same as what it came out originally, right? Hi Bobby, what are your thoughts on the Renault Clio RS or a Hyundai Veloster Turbo? Renault Clio RS. Both are 1.6 turbo. Which one is better in terms of reliability? I don't care. Renault Clio RS. Daily driving and handling, Renault Clio RS. Should I top up a little more and get an 86? There are a lot of 86 out there. If you spotted a Clio RS, you want to get it, go for it first. But if you want to top up a little bit more for 86, of course. But the Clio RS has that kind of, when you turn up for a drive event, you see 20 86 there, and then you are the only Clio RS, and people come and talk to you. If you buy an 86, it's definitely nice, good. You see, again, when I give advice, right, this person, his first thought is a Clio RS, right? And he also think maybe 86. If this kind of person, I would, of course, I mean, for me, I say, hey, go for the Clio RS, because since you are already someone who cross-consider, right, a Clio RS is, in Malaysia at least, is infinitely cooler because of the sheer number of 86s out there. If you turn up to a car event in an 86, nobody will come and check out your car or ask you questions, right? You come in a Clio RS, people will be gawking over your car. Yeah, makes you feel more special. Alright, so Mr. Matthews Ling. Something I couldn't understand is that why Proton do not want to offer their right-hand drive with signal-like controllers at the right side like Japanese cars. I understand that most of the cars in the world are left-hand drive, but don't you think the right-hand signal for right-hand drive is more ergonomic? I used to think that way. I really used to think that way. Now I also don't understand how Proton decides what to do when and where, because all of a sudden this car, the signal is on the left, the other car is on the right, this car is on the left. To me, interestingly, Now, as a right-hand drive car, I prefer the signal to be on the left side. Why? Because you can roll your window down, hang one arm there, one arm like that, and this arm totally does nothing. Nothing. Because this arm will be holding the steering wheel. As you want to turn, or before you want to turn, you can flick the signal, and then you turn, and then you come back. Or you want to turn that side, you flick the signal, you turn like that. And then when you stop your car, or when you want to go into park, this hand goes into park, goes into drive, goes into reverse, and you can just do that. You can chill. Instead of you do this, right? So now I kind of prefer right-hand drive car to have the signal stop on the left side. Last time the signal stop is on the right side because they are thinking that you might need to change gear with your left hand and then your right hand would do this. But now every single car is automatic anymore. Your left hand is not doing anything. Yeah. And since most people you are right-handed and you mostly use your right hand, so no, I'm joking. Okay, that's just my own thought. All right. Hi Bobby, what are your thoughts on the E84 X1 X-Drive 20D 2013? 2013 is the first generation BMW X1, right? I like this car. Yes, go for this car, but I'm not sure with the 20D. But I do not know whether you are from Malaysia or not. Right? If you're from Malaysia, I would of course recommend you to go for the. There was a 2-liter turbo. All right, I will recommend you to go for the 2-liter turbo, rear-wheel drive. As for this one, 20D X1 X-Drive, which is 4-wheel drive, 2-liter diesel. Do you really need the 4-wheel drive? And do you really want to live with the diesel car? Or you're okay with the petrol, rear-wheel drive? I would prefer this car in rear-wheel drive petrol. And this X1 is way cooler than the current X1. Alright, this X1 has a very good looking proportion, jacked up. It's like a wagon being jacked up. So I really like this X1 actually. Okay, I don't like the current X1, even though it's more spacious, it's more SUV-like, it's very reliable, very usable, blah, 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 but it just doesn't give the kind of unique characteristics of what makes a BMW compared to this generation X1. I really like this generation X1. In fact, what is the pricing now? I'm curious, man. 2013. That means there was a point in time where the E90 platform and the F30 platform coexist, because this X1 is from the E90 platform. Interesting. 2013 X1. Damn! 65,000. Go ahead, bro. 60 over 1,000. I would go for the 2-liter S-Drive. But I'm not sure if this 2-liter is NA or turbocharged, because this era BMW was a bit everywhere. You know, they are everywhere. So I do not know whether this is a turbocharged engine or not. Is there a 2014? There is. Twin power turbo. Oh, but it's a 20D. Okay. So it's already turbocharged. Yeah, 2014. 57,000, 2-liter turbo, rear-wheel drive X1. Lovely car. Lovely car. I really like this car. Sometimes got off my radar. I like this car. I don't know why everybody jumps onto the bandwagon, the global bandwagon of saying this car is shit just because some stupid UK journalists say it's shit. Then they follow and say this car is shit. This car is a brilliant car. It's a brilliant car. It's a high-riding BMW 3 Series wagon. How can you argue with that? Alright? Hi Bobby, is it worth getting a second-hand Mazda 2 Skyactiv? Wow. I do not know what kind of pricing we're talking about. Oh, this is the good-looking one. 2012 Mazda 2. No, not so early. This is already 2014, I presume. There's no 2014 Mazda 2. Oh, there is. There's a Skyactiv. 50k. Not cheap. for its original price, and 6 years later for 50k. Holds very well. Go ahead, man. It's a fantastic drive. It's just a fantastic car to drive, and it has a brilliant interior. But to me, a car that originally starts at about 80 something thousand, after 6 years it is at 50. To me, that is not a bargain, so to speak, for a used car. It's like it depreciated less than half of its initial value after 6 years. So it's not an absolute value buy, in my opinion. Right? Provided you get a much newer one, like a 2018, and you got it for 55,000, then it's a bargain. That would be a bargain. Alright? Hi Bobby, where do we post our questions? Here, bro! Mr. K. Hi Bobby, did you miss my question last time? Sorry, Kahing. May I buy... Okay, you're asking whether you should buy a S60 T6 all-wheel drive. This is the 6-cylinder version, the transverse engine. No. Is it called transverse or horizontal, longitudinal? Transversely placed straight six engine. My current cars are Toyota Sienna 2017, Nissan Tiana 2014, and Proton Saga 2012. I have 3 kids, a 3-year-old, 8-year-old, and you never mentioned your other kid. Okay, I'm checking. My wife drives the Sienna, and I want to dispose the Tiana. Now, your Tiana is a 2014 car, which is still perfectly alright, provided the CVT blew up. What was the name of Nissan CVT? So much issues. From a 2014 Tiana to a 2010 Volvo S60 T6, you will get a lot less space, right? Yeah, this is the current Tiana, the really spacious one with a dashboard that looks like a C segment car, even though it's a D segment car. Very well built. Very boring car in a way. It is boring, but well built, well executed, but boring, infinitely boring. Maybe you can tell me your budget, okay, or provided, or you see, that's the thing. I do not know whether you have a budget in mind or you have always been dreaming of owning this car. So I really do not know. I think a S60 T6 all-wheel drive very hard to get, S60 T6. Wow, 50. Tada. 50 is T5, sorry. See? Don't have. Let's try Muda. Sometimes Muda has more cars. S60 T6 RAM. Okay, it's 50,000. I cannot argue with 50,000 because the new car price is 300,000 and it's now 50,000. I can't argue with that. And this car is pretty alright actually. I never heard too much problems on this car. Wonderful seats, a wonderful engine, a little bit thirsty, and the infotainment and the buttons on the dash will be infuriatingly hard to use, but you will get used to it after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, right? It is just infuriating to use. You look at this knob, you thought it's volume, but actually it's to control the ZF. This one is to control the menu. There's no correlation because they try to reverse engineer something that was initially designed for something else to control a screen, provided you really love this Volvo. If not, you haven't given me enough reason why I need to, or why I think it's the best car to get to be honest, provided you have a budget in mind, right? If you have a budget in mind, you need to get rid of your Nissan Tiana, you just want a 50k car, you're downsizing or whatever, then you explain. Then I can better help you in a way. But this car is perfectly okay. And how much is a 2014 Nissan Tiana now? I wonder. 2014 Nissan Tiana. Oh, lane, 49,000, 45,000, 38,000. That is unheard of levels of depreciation for a Japanese D segment car. But maybe the market is bad now, lah, huh? Yeah, I guess I'm guessing now is that your warranty has run out. You're afraid the CVT might blow up, so you want to get rid of your Tiana, and then dealers offer you this kind of price. You have fully paid off your car, maybe, and then you're thinking of spending the same amount of money on a. You don't want to commit another car that is 150, 160,000. You just want a car that is more or less about this value and still provides a good proposition as a daily car for you to drive highways and all that. The Volvo is perfect. It has the radar cruise control, which your Tiana doesn't have. Blind spot warning system, which your Tiana doesn't have. It has a 300 horsepower engine, which your Tiana doesn't have, and is way safer. It has 4-wheel drive system, but again, get the car checked, get it all fixed up. This car is reliable. It is reliable. It's a very old 6-cylinder engine. Alright, but you get less space, huh? Hi Bobby, I'm currently driving, Mr. Ashraf, sorry. I'm currently driving an E90 320i 2011 car. I need a sedan with 5 doors. Been looking at the 2018 C43. 300k. I really love the V6 3-liter noise. Found a Recon M4, but not practical for me for daily family drive. How about Recon M3, bro? Wow, this is fun, man. See my face. Oh, tada. Tada meh? So few M3 M4s are everywhere. Alright. But it's not practical for your daily use. Do you fetch people every day? Wait, let me try further. Wow, M3, fuck man, expensive, bro. Serious There are so few M3s around, and they are being sold at much higher prices than M4s. Walao! Okay, let's go into car list and have a look. Okay. Do you guys think Carlis and Muda should pay me? Every day I bring people here to, I don't know how much traffic I generated for them, man. Sorry. M3. Year. At least 2014 and do a search, bro. Oh, Carlis have, oh walao, 550,000. Okay, the cheapest is 359,000, 50,000 more than your C43, and that's the cheapest that's out there. You can maybe try and offer 310, 20, so that it's not too far off from your initial budget. But of course, a C43 is fantastic, but compared to a car with an M badge there, we're talking C63 category there, territory there. Hi Mr. Ashraf, maybe you should look around at an M3 since you asked me about M4. Alright, but the C43 is perfectly fantastic. Okay, 2018 C43 for 300k versus a 2014 M3. M4, get the C43 lah. Get the C43, is fantastic. The sound, that sound. I don't know what that comment is asking. Sorry. Hi, Bobby. I'm currently driving a Continental 660 manual. I'm thinking of getting a C7 Audi A6 3-liter TFSI. I already tried to contact some dealers. They offer me 6 years loan for a 2012 Audi. What do you think on this Audi A6 3-liter? Dealer charge handling fees of about 4K. Do you think this is legit? It's not legit, but that's how the market is now, right? They understand that since a car, everyone is trying to sell the cars, right? Discount. It has become so cheap that they don't get much margin. They just have to charge on something that you do not know how to do, they know how to do, right? Which is processing the car. So the car's engine is reliable. Yeah, it is reliable, and I just need to service it, blah blah, and all that. Yeah. Audi parts are a bit more expensive. Comparable lah. I don't think they are more expensive. People just mark up more, given that you come here for an Audi. It's more or less the same. And I mean, put it this way. These are used cars. If you found a really good car from this dealer, and he wants to charge you handling fee of 4K, there's another car which you are so, but his handling fee is only 2K. Right? You cannot run away. This kind of dealer handling fee and all that, right? It's about 3K now out there, 3K-ish or whatever lah. Huh? You can try and nego with him on this, but more or less that's their margin, or the salesman himself. Very hard to cari makan now. So the salesman is the guy who, see, last time they don't mind running up and down to help you do all this processing fee because they earn from the margin of the car. But the market now is so crazy now that they have so little margin left for the salesman. See, the boss takes in this car at 100K, the boss tells the salesman, 105 below, you're fired. I don't care. 105 is your fixed price. I give you this price, you go and sell. I don't care. So that's what the boss did. Right? 105 is what the boss wants to make for forking out 100K to buy the car. The salesman will try and earn that 106, 107, if they're lucky, or 108, 110 if they found someone who don't cross-check between different dealers. So the old days, someone walk into their showroom, they can say whatever they like to say. But customers now compare between dealers because they can compare on their palms. They can compare Muda and Khalis, they can make a phone call and all that. So it's very hard for them to have a reasonable income. So now they think, why should I do the running around for free since the guy doesn't know how to do it? He would know how to cross-shop and press me. That is his knowledge. Why? The knowledge that I know, which is to help you settle your car, do your bank transfer, blah blah, the JPJ plates, all this, he has the knowledge, and he has to pay the runners as well. So I think sometimes, even though it's high, but it is still within their scope of job, and then they earn from there. That's my thought of it. So I pay when I buy cars, they charge me 3,500, 3,800 handling fee or charge the services and all that running around. I will still let them earn their money. Alright? Provided the car is good. Don't give up a good car just because of 1K difference on a handling fee. Alright? Congrats from a Continental to a C7 A6 3-liter TFSI. It's a damn worth buying car. Okay? Mr. Krishant. Hi, Bobby. I'm planning to get a car for my wife. Minimum use of 7 years. Ooh. 86 or a 420i. I like you, man. Are you really buying for your wife? I'm planning to get a lower power car because my wife is a slow driver. She'll be using around town only. I'm planning to get something which is easier to maintain. Wife has a soft spot on BMW cars, but don't mind other cars too. She's just being nice to you that she don't mind other cars too. Get her the 4 Series. Whenever I heard someone buying cars for women, right, do know this. Women are not car guys like us, imagining how cool the 86 is sliding and all that shit. No, to them, it's all about the difference between a Prada handbag and a Bonia handbag. regardless if the Bonia uses the best leather and the Prada is actually a PVC bag. Alright? Okay, not that big of a difference lah, but get her the 4 Series. She would give you more sex when you buy her a 4 Series over the 86. Okay. Get the 4 Series. Both are nice cars, but if you yourself, you want to go toge, blah blah, 86, okay? But you want to buy it for the wife, you both can enjoy it, you know, a beautiful coupe, it makes her sexier, okay? It makes you manlier. Get the 4 Series, alright? Mr. Muhammad, hi Bobby, probably a weird question, but it has always bugged me. Why did Toyota make the Alphard and Velfire when they are mechanically the same car? Okay, good question, Mr. Muhammad. Okay, Toyota in Japan is not like Toyota in Malaysia, where you see Honda, Toyota, Honda, Toyota, Honda, Toyota. No. In Japan, it's Toyota, 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 Honda, Toyota, 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 Nissan, Toyota, 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 Toyota. Yeah, that's how it is in Japan. Toyota is so big in Japan that in order to not have their two main dealership groups having price war, and Toyota's manufacturing is so advanced. I tell you, back in the 2008 American crisis, right, when people stopped buying trucks, the American factories are shut down because they are designed to only make trucks. Whereas Toyota, Honda, all this, right, is literally like a push of a button. Yesterday make trucks, today make cars. Yeah. So Toyota plants in Japan are so advanced, they can come up with crazy batshit limited editions anytime and still make a money off it. Alright? So what Toyota did in Japan is that the huge dealership groups, right? Now, okay, I'm not sure if they still operate like this now. Now they might have both cars as a similar lineup, I don't know. But what I know, how this whole thing started way back, okay, how it started is to prevent them from having price wars, so they give them specialized models each. So this is a lesson sort of learned from Volkswagen in China, because Volkswagen back then, when China wanted to open up their economy, right, they give their district governor full authority, contrary to what the American medias like to say, you know, it's dictator. They give the district full autonomy. They give them a KPI. I want you to grow your economy. Okay, you go and do it. By hook, by crook, I don't care. All right, work hard. We can do this. You know, that's how China leaders think. This state and this state, you know, they all go and compete against each other to build their business. So they are literally like little countries fighting for better results. You know, each of them. So you have Volkswagen partnering with this local government to start a car company here in this state, and Volkswagen partnering with that company, with that state government, to start another company. You know, so you literally have two Volkswagen groups in China, and to take care of both of them, because the market is so huge, right? They can develop their own models and their own different variations, right? So that's why you have all the weird, batshit crazy models come out. So in Japan, Velfire for you, Alphard for you, please don't fight price. Corolla Altis for you, Corolla Axio for you, please don't fight price. Something like that. Okay? Sipitit. Hi Bobby, is there going to be an Evo Club app? Just thought it would be more convenient. Can I do a crowdfunding for our fans to support, and then we all build, we put the manpower in doing the app, and then you guys fund us? Can crowdfunding, or some angel investors, if you would like. We would love to do this. You know, my dream is to have an app that takes care of you guys when you are buying your car, you want to service your car, you want to sell your car, blah blah blah. I don't mean I want to build an app like all the others that their primary goal is to make money, I would think. And for us is we want to help you all to nego better prices when you buy cars. We want to help you nego better prices when you want to do tinting, when you want to do other things, you know, by grouping you all together. That's my intention lah. Yeah. Hi Bobby, I think you missed my question. I have a budget of 100k to buy for my wife. Oh, sorry, Mr. Boone. Which one should I choose? Mini or 1 Series or other recommendations, please? For your wife, Mini. You ask her, 1 Series or Mini? 1 Series or Mini? 90% of the time, she would pick a Mini. Buy the Mini for her. It feels special, and there's a special thing about Mini. You see, when you buy a 1 Series, right, in a way you're cool, small hatchback. In another way, you're telling people you can't afford the 3 Series. You buy the 3 Series, it's nice. Is in another way also, you cannot afford the 5 Series. But that's totally different with the Mini lineup. The Mini lineup, a 2-door, a 3-door, a 5-door, or a Countryman, they all start at this price point roughly, and then they have the Cooper S levels, and then they have the JCWs and all that. So driving a Mini, right, it carries out your individuality. It doesn't make you feel like it's because you can't buy another Mini. So I really love how Mini plan their model lineups instead of hierarchical, like 1 Series, 3 Series, you know, A class, C class, E class, S class. They do it horizontally, and you can spec up your car with higher power or higher accessories and all that. I really like Mini for doing that. Buy the Mini for your wife. Alright, bro? Hey Bobby, huge fan of yours. Thank you, Mr. Chris. I'm an owner of a Kia Cerato Coupe. Ooh, cool car. Cool car. I always think the Kia Cerato Coupe or the Forte Coupe is like the successor of the Proton Putra. You know, very handsome, front wheel drive, nice, simple engine that is sporty and you can use daily. I always feel that it's like the successor of the Putra. Currently, it's my 3rd year of owning it, and even till today, it is still an eye candy. Yes, it is a handsome car. What tricks or modification would you recommend to keep things alive, especially for a kimchi car? The first thing that will make you feel like it's a brand new car, change the paint, or you can wrap it. Alright, that's the first thing. I guarantee you, if your car is red color now, which most Cerato Coupe is red or blue, right? Suddenly you give it a full white color paint job, or full wrap. Alright, wrap, paint. Paint feels more special, feels more official, you know. Wrap feels like you wear a coat, right? But when you see your car being sent in for a full repaint, right, it feels so different. When you open the doors, you see the color inside, everything is so different, right? And then give it a set of new wheels, alright? Change a set of exhaust, and your car will feel totally different. It feels like you just had a brand new car. Yeah, trust me. Paint, rims, exhaust. Why exhaust? It sounds different. So when you drive, it sounds different. It feels like you're driving a different car. Okay? Hi Bobby, do you have any plans on tuning your RS6, or you prefer to keep your car stock? I prefer to keep my car stock, provided I have a very good friend called Mike Yap who wants to tune my car. DNA tuning. Alright? I trust his tune. Because his tune is not over aggressive, and he follows the torque curve. So basically your torque curve is like this, he lifts it up. Compared to some tune, your car behaves like this, that tune goes like this and then comes back down. Those would no good, destroy your gearbox. Okay. Hi Bobby, I have a budget. Oh, sorry, Mr. Dila who asked about my RS6 just now is from Brunei. Salam sejahtera. Okay. Mr. Jackson, hi Bobby, I have a budget of around 30,000. I'm looking for a fun to drive manual car with relatively okay maintenance. Oh dear. 30,000 manual, fun to drive, okay maintenance. I'm not sure if the Fiesta is okay maintenance. I don't think it's too crazy, but the Fiesta manual is one of the most enjoyable cars I've driven. Seriously, bro. It is so damn nice to drive. Okay, your budget is 30,000. Minimum I put 20 lah, huh? Year. If it's too old, it's a freaking banger. No lah, I'll go with at least 2008. At least a modern era car. Fuck man, Inocom lorry. Sorry. Satrian Neo, yes, it's very nice to drive, manual, 20,000. What lah, Kalis, you give me all the nonsense for what? Lorry all come out. Gee. Body body type, yes. Is there a hatchback? Hatchback, yes. Hatchback. Proton Iris, fantastic car to drive, relatively modern, and oh my god, bunch of Myvis. Don't endanger other people's life. No, I'm joking, huh? But I think, don't get offended, Myvi owners. I think by now you all are not offended anymore, right? Because there are so many Myvis out there. They're doing all kinds of shenanigans. You should laugh at it, even if we laugh together with you guys. Hey, but we all admit Myvis are the king of the roads, right? Is there an option to exclude certain brands? I want to exclude. I want to try and exclude Brodoa. I can't. Oh. Cannot be, right, Carlis? Cannot be that there's no other cars apart from these few brands. What about a Suzuki Swift Sport? Suzuki Swift Sport. If it is within this price point, then it's a fantastic buy. But I'm not sure if a Swift Sport will be at this price point or not. 30,000 or. Suzuki Swift. Shiport. Is there a Shiport? 1.6 Sport. Suzuki Swift Sport. Wow, walao. Oh, that's the second generation. Okay, the first gen is 29,000, but it's not manual. Is there a manual? Manual. There is all but one. 2009 Suzuki Swift Sport 1.6, 38,000. But I reckon, I thought Ford is the champion in depreciation. Where are you when I need you most, Ford? Give me a manual. Oh crap. Okay, I know how to deal with this situation. That's why I like Harleys. Hatchback. Oh yes. 1.4 Ford Fiesta manual is 16,000, 18,000, and Fiesta ST is. Should I recommend the Ford Fiesta 1.4? Because I really enjoy driving this car. It's a fantastic car to drive, but the interior, man, my god, the interior is so bad, so bad. Get the Iris lah, bro. Don't get the Fiesta lah. The Iris is fun, proper interior, modern, or the Swift Sport if you want something old. But get the Iris for this budget, fun to drive and all that. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Hi Bobby, what do you think of a 2013 and 2015 Range Rover Evoque? I think it's a very good looking car. I think it may be slightly overpriced too. It's used cars because of its owner profile, which most of the time are freaking loaded. Alright, Evoque. 110k also got. Go for this car, man. Lovely interior, very tight interior, and if you don't need the space, which the space is so tight anyway, get the 2-door. It's damn cool looking. Get the 2-door. Get the coupe. Alright, if you think about it, how many coupe SUVs are there? How many coupe SUVs are there? Right? Get the coupe. It will hold its value, I believe. Get the coupe. Okay? Hi Bobby, Mr. Brian. Hi Bobby, I'm considering a 2016 F30 LCI. Go for it. It's a good car. I saw some F30, 330e. Which one should I go for? I think you should go for the 320i. What about the Mercedes C200? Which one has a higher maintenance cost? I think the Mercedes will have a higher maintenance cost. You can go for both cars, man. Yeah, pretty reliable. I will go for the F30 facelift 320i. Alright. I saw some F330E about the same price. 330E is fantastic. It has all the specs in there, and but some have some issues, some don't have. But 330Es are all still under warranty, right? You can go for the 330E as well. It's way higher spec than the 320i. It's just that it's a plug-in hybrid. But if you're lucky, your car has no issues. The experience will be so enjoyable. Plug in your car and all that. You feel like the future has arrived. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Run Lau. Hi Bobby. Is it worth getting a first-gen Continental Flying Spur? I think I answered this question, right? What about resale value? I don't think you need to worry about resale value or anything else, because all you need to worry is just your maintenance, right? Currently below 100,000. Yes, it's below 100,000. It's a baller of a car, man. But if you're okay with the road tax and all that, kudos to you, bro. Do you need the 4 doors? If not, go for the Continental GT. Okay, yep, I think I have done all my questions. Thank you very, very much. Mr. Ahmad, if the E300 hybrid battery kaput, can the car still move? No. No, it will not move. Okay? Hi Bobby, desperately need your opinion. I'm 30-ish, single, currently driving a Cerato 1.6. I want to let go, aiming for a hot hatch that is good in handling with the budget 140 to 160,000, use or recons or whatever. My choices are a C200, C250, Mercedes A200, A250. You want a hatchback that is nice to drive and hot hatch. And I believe you can go for, it's just my hunch, your budget can go up to 160,000, alright? Which means you can buy an A45 now. Because if dealers are selling A45s for 180,000, I guarantee you they took in the car at about 155 or something. So there are so many A45s out there. There will be a lot of owners want to let go of their cars now. Now is the time to shop for an A45 instead of asking A200, A250 or C200, C250. Since you mentioned you're single and you want a hot hatch, get the A45. Alright? Why I never mentioned the GTI or Golf R? Because you put the A200, A250 and you did not put a Golf there. So if you put a Golf there, I would suggest you the GTI or maybe Golf R. You might be able to find one. But since you put the A200, A250, which means you are quite okay with this car, you quite like this car, go for the A45. Go all out, AMG owner, fix the car, service the car, make sure it's okay, and then you tap out all this that you list here. Alright, Mr. Bacillus. Okay, sorry, I thought I finished just now. Mr. Jeans Ho, any thoughts on the Renault Fluence 2015? I noticed the value depreciated. Do you think it would depreciate even further on the following year, given the car is pretty rare in the market? Currently own it and plan to sell it before it gets even lower. Now, bro, I think your car is worth like 20,000-30,000 now. How low can it go further, right? Why don't you rent your car out for people to use as you rent your cars to those rental agency where they rent car from you, they rent it out, they split the money with you. You might earn more in a shorter time than selling your car off. Your car is not worth much now. 2015 Renault Fluence, how much can it go down anymore? Right, it's like 30k now. You're worried it will go 10k? No, it won't. It's a 2015 car. Okay, it's just that nobody really love this car or in the market to look for this car anyway. Why don't you just turn it into a money-making car by just renting out to those rental agencies and rent to people? That's what my team member does, Kadok. Right, he rents his Fluence out. You earn more money, and it's 20-30k now. You can earn back this money in 1 year and the car is still yours. Alright, Mr. Jeans. And next car, come and ask me first. No, I'm joking. Yeah, that's what I would recommend. Okay. Hi Bobby, I'm planning to buy a Mazda 3 High Plus. Which body type do you prefer? I prefer hatchback. Okay. Salesman also offered me a pre-owned Mazda 6 Touring. Ooh. Mazdas are reliable. No, they are not expensive to maintain, and the warranty is damn long, 5 years. I think you should go for the Touring. 146,000. Damn. What engine? You didn't mention the engine, bro. You just mentioned is the Touring Mazda 6, and then the variant doesn't mention Touring. Oh, Touring 2.5 Skyactiv G Touring Wagon 2016. Oh, so damn good looking. Oh, silver. Oh, so damn good looking. Yeah, go for the Touring, bro. Alright, 146,000. Yeah. But if you originally wanted a Mazda 3, why would you want a Mazda 6? Is it your brain or your heart loves the Mazda 6? If you love the Mazda 3, you want to buy a new Mazda 3, you want a sedan or a hatchback, both are really good looking, then you should go for it instead of thinking, oh, the salesman say maybe I should get a 4-year-old Mazda 6. Remember that it's 4 years old. Even though it has 4,400 mileage, it's going to run out of warranty soon. Alright? So, yeah, it's 4 years. Touring, 146,000 for 4 years. No, don't buy, because you look at 2014 Touring, right? It's only 75,000. So if 2014 is 75,000, what makes 2016 146,000? Double the price. No, don't buy the Touring. However much I like the Touring, it hasn't depreciated enough, because new car, let's say the new car is 190, all right. For a whole 4 years, it only depreciated 40k, 45k. No. 2014 70 plus 2016 140. Go for your Mazda 3 lah, bro. Just go for the car that you wanted from heart. Okay. Hi Bobby, I'm 6'4", currently driving a Camry. I'm looking to buy a comfortable and a reliable SUV in the 100k budget category. Yeah, this guy mentioned Kia Sorento, Baldwin. Fantastic. Go get it. Alright. I think I will do this as the last question. Okay. Hi Bobby, hope have a good day. What do you think about the 530i or E350? Both are brand new. I'm having a hard time to choose. Gonna drive it like 6-7 years. Appreciate your suggestion. I'm driving a F3328i now. Now you'll be thinking that since I'm driving a BMW, should I go into an E-Class or blah 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 blah. Alright. The E-Class the specs has been updated now. It's a fantastic specs. But with all the fantastic specs, it also has something very, very new. The 48-volt system, which I'm not sure. It gives you seamless start-stop, blah blah. Yes, it doesn't have the footrest, but it's rarer in the market. Get the E350e. You get way more specs than the 530i. Alright? Yeah, the specs are fantastic. Okay, Mr. Vane. Alright, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. For those who are interested or first time watching my videos, I've done more than 1,000 car reviews over the past 3 years. And if you're interested to know, then come to my channel often. And if you look down the description, those are all my colleagues are there, and all our web magazines and all that. Alright, follow us on Instagram, on Facebook, and you want to know the links, it's all in the description. Cheers!